Many locations claim to be overrun with ghosts, spirits and demons. In the UK, we have a long heritage, records spanning back hundreds of years, ancient stone circles and remains of wooden worship sites, even forests that have been around for centuries. In this episode, I want to explore the ghostly sightings from Newton House. The building is a Grade 2 listed country house situated in Carmarthenshire, Wales. The interesting thing is, just like Berry Pomeroy Castle, it is in close proximity to a much older property, the ruins of Dynevor Castle. The entire site has been occupied for at least 2 millennia. Newton House was built in approximately 1660, designed in a Jacobean style. 200 years later, many alterations were made. These brought in a Venetian Gothic style. As well as changing the architecture, the house has had many changes of occupants. In the 1950s, 2 of the owners died in quick succession. This led to the house being sold in 1974. Unfortunately, it fell into disrepair and people began squatting in the property. They removed important historical elements of the building, such as the original beams, and they even stole and sold off the furniture. The house has since been restored by the National Trust and most parts are now open to be viewed by the public. So, what about the ghosts? It's considered to be one of the most haunted places in Wales, both for its apparitions and its paranormal audio phenomena. As far back as the 1980s, TV crews were filming at the location, hoping to catch one of the numerous spirits on camera. First and foremost, the most famous spirit is said to belong to Lady Eleanor Cavendish. The tale goes that a man who wanted her hand in marriage became incensed after a meeting. Eleanor rejected his advances and rode home to Newton House. She ran to the top floor nursery, hoping to secure herself there, but the suitor was adamant that he wanted her, and an argument ensued on the landing. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but the fight ended with poor Eleanor strangled to death. It was reported that it was with her own hair ribbon. The man was so shocked at what he had done that he hung himself from the banisters so that he could join Eleanor in the afterlife. This is one of the earliest examples of a murder-suicide. This terrible incident appears to have left a stain on the house. If you believe in the stone tape theory, this could be the case with the dark shadow that's seen swinging from the banisters, or the sensation of being strangled that some people feel in the nursery room, even if they haven't been told the history of the house. The eerie feelings are so strong that this part of the house is currently closed to visitors, and it has been for some time. The National Trust claim that it's because the nursery is empty and there's no furniture to see, but the people that volunteer to work at the house claim that it could be something more. As well as Eleanor Cavendish and her killer, the nursemaid and her children are said to be seen wandering around different parts of the house. Most of these sightings are based on brief shadows that are seen accompanied by the auditory evidence of children talking, laughing and crying. In fact, many of the creepy elements of Newton House are based on sounds and smells. It is said that in some rooms you can hear muffled talking, but when you enter them, nobody is there. Tobacco smoke is also a feature guests and tourists have reported. They can smell a pipe when they stand next to the portrait of the 7th Baron of Dynevor, but this only happens on a Sunday. Video crews have claimed to be followed by spirits and have awful chilling sensations in certain parts of the building, which makes you wonder, when the squatters lived there in the 70s, what on earth did they see?